Kevin Kelly, in his 2008 article, famously said that you only need 1,000 true fans to make a great living. Imagine this, 1,000 people paying you $100 a year is $100,000. That's a six-figure business. But before you can attract your true fans, you've got to know how to make these deep connections with them. And there is no better place to make deep connections than on YouTube. I'll show you the things that are holding you back from making real audience connections on YouTube and how to overcome them so that you can build your core audience on YouTube. So, are you ready? Hey Go-Getter, I'm Salma Jafri. I'm the founder of YouTube Launchpad, the step-by-step course to take to start and grow your YouTube channel. Be sure to check the course out. I'll put a link down in the description for you to check it out. If you want to grow your visibility, credibility, and profitability with YouTube, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notifications, and let's begin. YouTube says time and time again, and I repeat this ad nauseum, YouTube says, the algorithm follows the audience. If there's anything that you want ingrained in your head, repeat this mantra to yourself when working with YouTube. The algorithm follows the audience. So what does that mean? It means that in order to be successful on YouTube and to have a successful channel and be a successful creator, you've really got to understand who your core audience is, because everything else is going to fall into place. All the SEO and all the tactics are going to fall into place once you have identified your core audience and you know how to reach them. Now, who is your core audience? Your core audience are the people who always show up. They're always watching your videos. They're in the comment section. They're always commenting. They're typically first. They have bell notifications on. They love to share your videos. That is your core audience. But what if you don't have 1,000 people in your core audience right now? Well, this video is the one that you need to watch because I'm going to show you how to develop that core audience by being more you and by attracting your core audience by being more you. So you don't have to change who you are. You just have to be more of who you are. So let's start off with the 5 things that are stopping you from attracting your core audience on YouTube. And I just want to say that you want to watch till the end of this video because it will make sense, because all of the pieces of this puzzle will fit together when you know all of the pieces and you'll know how they fit together. It'll start to make sense. And the second reason you want to watch till the end is because I want to invite you for a very special event that I'm going to be hosting soon, and I'm going to let you know all the details of that. So that's coming up. Stay tuned till the end. The number one reason that you are not attracting your core audience right now is because you're actually not passionate about what you're creating. Think about it. Your energy is what attracts people to you. And if you are multi-passionate and you have all of these different areas and you are creating videos on something that you're not truly invested in, then your energy is going to be lackluster and it's not actually going to attract anybody to you. So that is one big reason of creating videos on a topic that you're not truly, deeply, madly passionate about, which is not going to attract your core audience to you. Reason number 2 is because you actually don't believe in your message 100%. This may come as a surprise to you because you're like, no, I do. Here's the test. If you can't explain it simply enough, you probably don't understand it well enough, right? I'm kind of paraphrasing Albert Einstein here. But the theory is that if you believe in your message, you don't have to do a lot of research. You don't have to think about how to say things. And so if you are having to put in so much effort into your videos, you probably are not there yet in believing what you're saying. And I'll tell you how to overcome that coming up in this video, okay? All right, the third one is something we all face. It's called imposter syndrome, the feeling of being inadequate and not being sufficient. Maybe you don't feel like an expert. Maybe you think you don't have anything to share. Maybe you don't feel confident in your delivery. And all of these imposter syndrome symptoms are affecting your ability to attract your core audience. The fourth one is one of my favorite ones. You want to stay business friendly and not get too personal and not show too much personality. And this is such a common thing I see because a lot of times we have these preconceived notions of how we should be and how people should perceive us and how we should come across in a business setting because you're making videos for business, right? And I'm going to show you how to overcome this fear and this perfection tendency, and how to actually make business videos but inject a lot of personality into them. And the final one is a fear of how people will perceive you. So you have this fear that people will not perceive you as the brand that you want to be. People will not perceive you as the creator that you want to be. And there is a very easy way to change this around and build the perceptions that you want in people's minds. So let's get into the other side of this video. And before we flip the script and talk about all the ways to attract your core audience, I want to announce this week's Viewer of the Week. And this week's Viewer of the Week is Bookshot. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you would like to be featured as Viewer of the Week, make sure you leave a valuable comment on this video about how my content has helped your YouTube journey. Now, back to our video. All right, so let's talk about how to attract your core 1,000 fans/subscribers on YouTube. Number one, find a niche that lights you up. And I have a really cool test that you can do for this. Okay, now imagine you're in a social setting and people are talking about all of these different things. Like for me, that would be people talking about politics, right? People are talking about politics, I would be dead. I would have nothing to contribute, nothing to say because it's not a subject that lights me up. The minute the conversation shifts to business or video or YouTube or social media, suddenly I have things to say. I have contributions to make because these subjects light me up. I can talk about them in my sleep. I probably do. I hope not. But I could talk about them without a moment's notice. I could get up because I'm interested. I follow all the information. I learn on a daily basis. I'm interested. It's a niche that lights me up. So that is the number one thing you need to do to attract a core audience to you. Find a niche that lights you up beyond everything else. So if you are multi-passionate, find that one thing that you can talk about all the time without prep, without research, and something you have a lot to say on. So that is your passion niche. Number two, the thing you want to do is, and the problem that a lot of people do is that they try to share what they know. Don't do that, because the problem with that is when you try to share what you know, you're not coming at it from a place of deep expertise. And remember in the beginning when I told you the reasons you don't have a core audience, it was you don't believe in your message 100%. So how to overcome that? So how to actually believe in your message? Instead of sharing what you know, share what you do. Subtle but big difference there. Share what you do means that you're coming at it from a place of experience. I did this, so I want to be on video and talk about this. Okay? So instead of being like, oh, I read about this or I heard about this thing, it is more powerful and more relatable for your audience to share things you've actually done. So you want to share experiences and not knowledge. Okay? And that is how you are going to be believing in your message 100% because, hey, you've already done the thing. Nobody can take that away from you. And it's going to come from a place of deep connection. And that is how people are going to relate to you. All right, let's flip this imposter syndrome on its head. First of all, nobody knows everything, not even the gurus. I want to use a Marie Forleo quote here. Not knowing something doesn't make you a fraud. It makes you a student. I love that because it means that you're always learning. Everyone is always learning, even the experts, even the people you look up to, even your mentors, they're always learning. And that is what gives them the edge. That is what makes them an expert because they're always willing to learn, always willing to experiment, always willing to do more, right? So if you feel like an imposter, the flip side of that is do more. Do the things so that you feel more confident in talking about them. Okay. And so the best way to beat imposter syndrome is with practice and with action. Now, you might be thinking that, I want to appear business friendly and I don't, it would be kind of weird to show more of my personality. I don't even know how to show my personality on video. Like, I might, become cheesy or silly. I don't know how to do that. And so you maintain this line, this boundary, right? You're like, okay, I'm not going to cross this, right? And so what you need to do instead of that is understand that your imperfections are what attract people to you, right? So showing maybe 20% of your personality in a business video where 80% is business and knowledge and, sharing whatever tips and tactics and strategies, but 20% is showing your imperfections. So if you can do that, and I want to quote Brene Brown here. She said that being vulnerable is a risk we have to take if we want to experience connection. So your vulnerability, your imperfections are what are going to help you experience that deeper connection and help people relate to you. And that is how your core audience is going to be attracted to you. Okay, next is my favorite one. You're afraid of how people will perceive you, right? What will people think? Now let's switch that around. And my favorite way of thinking about a personal brand, literally my definition when people ask me, Salma, what is a personal brand? A personal brand is how people perceive you. And luckily, it's under your control, okay? Because you get to decide how people are going to perceive you. You get to decide what kind of vibes you want to put out there. You get to decide your energy. You get to decide, the level of connection you want. You get to decide how people are going to feel about you, think about you, what kind of actions you want them to take with your brand. You get to decide all of that. That is the whole point of building a personal brand. And I want to help you to do that, which is why I'm hosting a free 5-day challenge on how to fall in love with yourself on video. It's all about knowing who you are and attracting your core audience by putting out your own energy. And inside this free challenge, I want to show you how to build connection, trust, and joy with your audience by creating videos that you absolutely love as well. So it's going to be amazing, and I would like to invite you to join in. So I'll put the link down in the description for how to join my 5-day free challenge on how to fall in love with yourself on video, and I hope to see you inside. Let me know in the comments of this video, what is your biggest challenge with connecting with your core audience on YouTube? And then go and watch this video next.